What's going on, you guys? Good morning. Come with me. I'm gonna vlog on this morning. So right now I'm on my way to the store because I'm trying to go find something to cook this morning because later on I'm going to work. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead. I'm in the mood. I'm finna cook and stuff like that. And I'm over here thinking, at first, this morning when I woke up, I was like, I wanted to make a pot roast, like a Mississippi pot roast. Then when I was in the crib, I was, talking or whatever, and I was like, dang, I haven't made that pepper steak, that I had learned to make like a couple of years ago from this chick named Jay Nice. She had a cookbook, and I was like, I ain't even made that in a while. But I'm over here now thinking, as I'm on my way to do this and get the ingredients, I'm like, food is fooding. Food is hot as, a giraffe. You know the rest. So I'm like, I'm over here trying to figure out, like, I could substitute that for something else. Man, I'm over here just going through my mind thinking and stuff like that, because definitely want to stay in a budget. I already got some sides and stuff at the house. I'm just like, I need to think about what is the main deal. Like, what is the main meal? Oh my gosh, the life of, trying to figure out what to cook. That be the hardest decision. I be think the hardest decision is dealing with y'all. Nah, dealing with these. Nah. Hardest decision be trying to figure out what are you going to cook for that day? What you going to eat? That be my biggest thing. Maybe because I'm greedy, but I'm just saying. So I'm over here now just thinking. But I got to come up with something by in a minute, because it's going to be time. It's going to be time. Anyways, first step is we finna go get some gas. I'm finna get up here to this gas station. So first step first, we finna get up here to this gas station, y'all. I'm finna get up here and give me some gas. I actually seen like it was a certain type of deal on here. That's the reason why I really came up here. I'm always rock with the Circle K. The Circle K. Golly, they giving out free gas, because how all the pumps is taking. All of them. Because what's really the deal, y'all? All these pumps are taking. They're taking. Like, what are we doing now? So, we're going to see. God, dog. So that's a no-go. Man, all them pumps was filled up, and I'm like, I ain't finna wait. I could have waited, but I'm not hard up for gas right now, so I guess I'll just wait till tomorrow or something and just charge that to the game for now. And then you got these old school dudes up there chitter-chatting. You know what I'm saying? Chitter-chatting all at the pump. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get each other numbers and go on. You know what I'm saying? Like, move y'all behinds. But dawg, I'm just finna go ahead and run up here to this Kroger's and stuff like that. Y'all, I don't got an issue with Kroger's. Really, Kroger, I need to start looking into Aldi's. Because people say Aldi's is actually a good place, too, to buy food. And it's actually, the prices are reasonable. But it is a Walmart down the street from here, too. But I'm not going to lie to y'all. Anytime I go to Walmart, I like to go early in the morning time. I really do hate that we don't have like a neighborhood Walmart, like a small like a neighborhood Walmart, like a smaller version, because to me, even when I went to the one last time, like a Walmart neighborhood, I low-key missed it. My mom used to stay down the street from one a while back ago, so it was kind of like I missed it. It's like you go in, everything is still there. You ain't got to worry about the crowds. You ain't got to worry about being overstimulated. And I was like, dang, I missed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I low-key missed it for real. So, no. So, I guess we're going to go to Kroger's, because I'm like, ugh, I just hope Kroger's got some good deals or whatever on their meat, because I just don't want to go into Walmart. And, I mean, I could drive down there, but I ain't going to lie to y'all. I just don't want to. Like, I just really don't want to go down that path right now with them and stuff like that. So, we finna go up here into Kroger's. I need to scan my lottery ticket, because you know what I'm saying, that lottery ticket, just know if I win It'll be signs, but I won't be telling. It'll be signs, because the way I'm a moonwalk up out of there, you know what I'm saying? Baby, 54 in hibachi. No, I'm just playing. Okay, you guys, so I just left Kroger's. I ended up just doing the pot roast. I'm gonna do the pot roast, y'all. I found some pot roast for like $17 with the membership card. So I was like, okay, you can't beat that. And then I already got some sides at the house. That's just something easy, quick to make. I can put that in the pot. I'm talking about in the pot. I can put that in the crock pots and then, you know, just let that be cooking. And then by the time I even go to work later on today, that mug gonna be tender, falling tender. I did see something else that was pork steak, and I was gonna get it, but I ain't trying to be funny. I'm like, I ain't never heard of pork steak. I got to the register thinking to myself, like, I don't really eat pork. I don't even eat pork, to be honest. I don't eat bacon. I don't do all that. I don't eat pork chops. I'm to each his own. I ain't trying to act like I'm just, that, but I'm not really a big fan of pork. So when I seen something talking about pork steak, I was a little confused. And I'm like, listen, it ain't time to be playing with your money like that, experiment just because it's cheap. Because it was 3 big old slices for like $13. I was like, I can do something with this. And I thought, I was like, if you don't know what it is, don't be picking it up. But yeah, so I'm on my way back to the house, because once you done spend about $2-3, it's time to go back home. Round it up. But yeah, so man, that's like I said, Prince, I'm gonna start back trying to cook at the house, new home cooked meals and stuff like that, because I was actually looking at a couple of my older videos, and I'm like, dang, I used to literally cook a lot. I did want to do the pepper steak today, but I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I can find that meat somewhere else cheaper, like, reasonable price, because they ain't really have like the strips of the steak or whatever anyway. So, and I wasn't finna go all the way to Walmart, so I was like, all right, cool, I'll just make that another day. I know another way I can make that, and I was like, I'll make that another day, and yeah, we just finna eat on this or whatever. Should be told, if it boiled down to it, they can make them a pot roast sandwich or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and charge it to the game. But like I said, Brent said, it's always best to cook home cooked meal. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like home cooked meals, the food just stick. Like, the food stick to you better and longer versus if you go out to eat. Like, you can go out to eat and get some fried chicken, probably after church or whatever, and then you be good, you know what I'm saying, for just like a couple of hours, and then you be back hungry later on today. Versus if your mama and granny sit up there and cook the meal after church, the same fried chicken, some sides and all that type of stuff with some dessert, that's gonna hold you over almost for the whole doggone day. And plus, you ain't gotta worry about no crazy behind, like, you ain't gotta worry about no crazy behind stuff going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. You ain't gotta worry about nobody coughing and doing nothing crazy to your food, and be skeptical about it and all that food poisoning and stuff like that. Because you know what you use, you know what you did, if you wash your hands, if you cleaned up, So I always think that it's always best to cook. I just don't cook. People are like, you know how to cook? I'm like, I know how to cook. I just don't like to cook. That's why I always end up with a dude that like to cook. Like, I love a man that love to cook. They be like, oh, that's the quickest way to a to a man's heart. That's the quickest way to my heart. Cook, feed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, say, I love a man that do not mind. And maybe I am smart, because my ex, he used to cook. I'm talking about, like, literally, that was his whole thing. Like, he loved to cook. Like, he loved to sit up here and cook. Like, he'll be cooking me 4-course meals, like, every day type stuff. It wasn't even, no hesitation. And so then I ended up with somebody else that liked to cook. So I'm like, hey, man, like, you gotta, don't be looking at me like, oh, girl, you gonna cook something today? because my kids are older now. My kids are teenagers, and let's just be honest with you, teenagers eat everything, but then they so-called picky. And I'm just not in that stage no more of buying up all this food, cooking like I'm on soul food, and then next thing you know, they looking at me like I just want a hot link sandwich. You know what? Have it your way. Y'all good, y'all healthy, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got y'all checkups. They ain't said nothing crazy to y'all or, you know, everything else. But yeah, my time has came and passed when it came down to the cooking. I will cook, but other than that, I'm like, what y'all want to eat? And I just stopped fighting the urge to be like, oh yeah, eat this, eat that. Nah, as long as y'all good and healthy. But yeah, let me go. Let me get ready. Let's see what else today brings. So this is before. So yeah, I'm back at the house. Y'all, this is my breakfast. I had some waffles and turkey bacon. Clearly you see it's gone though. But nevertheless, y'all, I decided to come in here and like literally go through my cookbook that I had got from Jay Nice. I didn't get it from her. I bought it, but I'm just saying though, like this book was actually literally thebomb.com, and I was like, let me go back in here and get some of these recipes that she had. So I'm thinking about making some lasagna. I want to say out this whole book, I probably made at least 7 or 8 recipes. Matter of fact, look at that pepper steak. I'm gonna make some of these this week. That's why I was talking about the pepper steak. This was actually really good. I'm gonna make that, some lasagna. And I'm probably gonna find something else. You guys, I'm not gonna lie, this book was definitely the bomb. And it's time for me to get back into my mood of cooking and saving money. This right here was good too, y'all. My kids love this. Let me look. Okay, y'all, let me get online because I need to go order some groceries. So as I'm sitting down here, just sitting down and waiting until I go to work, I decided to kind of like go through some paperwork and, you know, set my planning, set my goals, things that I want to do, go over some stuff. So yeah, let me lock in for at least 30 minutes and focus in on this. So I'm in my room. I'm really trying to take a nap before I go to work. But the greatest thing about it, I could never take a nap. Never, like, when it's time for me to, like, actually just, like, lay down before I go to work. Then I hit up my favorite manager, and I'm like, hey, do you have, are you closing? And she like, yes. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's my chick. That's my girl. So she was like, you can come in early if you want to. And I'm like, But on the other hand, I'm in grind mode, so I'm just like, that's definitely would be the good thing to do, is to go in early. So I'm gonna finish getting up, check on the food, and then I might just go ahead and get ready for work and make it do what it do. Bear with me, pray for me. Tender. Gonna let it cook for at least another hour. Dang, this roast was on size medium now. Nevertheless, let me put some size with this. Man, y'all, this the roast beef. Tender. I ain't gonna lie, this roast beef turned medium once it start cooking. But hey, nevertheless, it's gonna get 8. Mashed potatoes. Okay, you guys, so this is the meal or whatever, the pot roast, mashed potatoes, and green beans. So I made this little plate, right, because for number one, I didn't want to make a big old plate because I'm finna get ready to go to work and I don't want to be sleepy and tired. And then two, I was making this for an example to show y'all how little them places be at them fancy restaurants. They gonna give you this much, and then right here, this about $100 off the rip. So yeah, but now y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and then I'm gonna get ready for work. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna go to work. Thank you for tuning into the vlog. Food is already done, so when I get home, I can take a shower, go to sleep, and really just meditate. And that's all, folks.